On this episode of Be Less Stupid, I'm going to take you inside a scary place lorded over by a ruthless tyrant packed with hate mongers, dangerous, and potentially violent extremists. No, I don't mean this federal prison. I'm talking about someplace a whole lot worse. This is a Donald Trump campaign rally. I've been to 5 of them, mostly undercover. And I've noticed a certain atmosphere here, kind of energy. You know, like the kind you would have gotten at a slave auction. And now, I'm going to tell you 10 campaign rally secrets that Donald Trump does not want liberals to know. Lock her up! 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 Yes, totally. Lock her up. Welcome to Be Less Stupid, the show for liberal politics, science, fact, and funny. I'm your host, Jon Hotchkiss. If you aren't already a subscriber, please remember to hit the subscribe button. I think it's right over here. Since winning the presidency, well, sort of, in 2016, Donald Trump has held an additional 63 campaign-style rallies in 26 different states. And in all those events, as best as I can tell, he's only endorsed one pedophile for Senate. Not too shabby. I went to actually 5 of those events, undercover, hoping to fit in and eat lunch with the cool kids. I shouted, build the wall and lock her up. I did such a great job of fitting in. At the Republican convention, they're gonna let me light the tiki torches for the Jews will not replace us march. Now, if you've never been to a Trump rally, this mathematical formula will explain precisely what it's like. High school pep rally, plus Monsters Truck Show, plus WrestleMania, plus Breitbart, plus Klan rally, minus robes, hoods, and spandex, divided by Punch CNN's Jim Acosta. Anyway, that is what it's like to go to a Trump rally. And the president loves them. They boost his ego. They allow for unfiltered access to his base. They're a great political organizing tool. Plus, now that he's 70, when he goes, he gets to pre-board Air Force One. According to the Washington Post, at one rally in particular in 2018, Trump made 98 statements that he claimed were factual. However, after they were fact-checked, it was determined 76% were lies. The other 24% were characterized as total bullshit, random non sequitur, and other. Of the 63 rallies, 1/3 have been held in Florida, Pennsylvania, and Ohio. Why those states, you ask? Well, because in 2016, Trump only won them by a grand total of 500,000 votes out of 20 million total votes cast in those states. Meaning, there are kids in cages and dead kids at the border because of just 2.5% of the vote. You see, in 2016, Trump beat Clinton in the Electoral College pretty significantly. However, if Florida, Pennsylvania, and Ohio's electoral votes had gone to Hillary instead, she would be president and he would be divorced and engaged to Ivanka. Now, having been to 5 of these events, I'm now uniquely qualified to share with you the stuff that you don't see when you watch clips on YouTube, legitimate media coverage, or on Fox News. So here now, the top 10 things that Trump doesn't want liberals to know about his campaign rallies. Campaign rally secret number 1. Trump's most passionate supporters show up at least 12 hours before the rally starts. And the front of the line has a kind of Woodstock kind of feel. Only instead of being discouraged from eating the brown acid because, well, it's tainted, you're not supposed to eat it because it's brown. Also, most of the people at the front of the line are already hallucinating. Oh, and by the way, when I said passionate, that was a euphemism for wackadoo.
Anybody who has half a brain and has listened knows that the Democrats are advertising in South America for this to happen.
Here it is now, campaign rally secret number 2. You know all that rhetoric that Trump tweets about respecting the American flag?
Always respect our great American flag.
Remember, Trump called black football players treasonous for kneeling during the national anthem. At other events, he's hugged the American flag himself. Well, here's how much he actually respects the American flag. Take a look. Here it is, campaign rally secret number 3. The Trump campaign rallies are more than 98.5% white. There are so many white people in attendance. It looks like the green room at the Republican presidential debate. I'll tell you, there were so many white people. I saw a guy in a Dave Matthews Band t-shirt selling a Tom Petty CD to Kid Rock. In fact, nearly the only African Americans I saw at any of the events that I went to were either selling merchandise or food.
If he does well, he hasn't been doing well.
That's two shirts, $10.
Here it is now, campaign secret number 4. Less than 20 minutes after the president starts speaking, people in the crowd start leaving, even though Trump was going to speak for at least another 40 minutes. When I asked why they were leaving, the most common responses were, gotta beat traffic, the early bird special at Chick-fil-A starts in 10 minutes, and you think them books is gonna burn themselves. Campaign rally, secret number 5. You see all those people behind the president? They don't end up there randomly. They are specifically chosen by his staff according to 3 different criteria. Are they white? How white are they? And are you sure they're white? That is unless you're this guy, the Blacks for Trump guy. He was at every rally that I went to, and he's been to dozens more. I'm going to leave a link in the description to the interview that I actually did with him. He only had a few minutes to chat. He had to rush off to a Jews for Hitler meeting.
How African-American man supports the president today? I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just asking how.
Oh, the way you do it is you go vote for him and you back him up, and that's how you do it. Just like that. Any other questions about that?
Yeah.
All right, here it is, campaign rally secret number 6. Although the media and Trump supporters on social media will show pictures that make it appear as if the venue is totally packed with Trump supporters, very often that is not the case, as I demonstrated in this video, which went viral.
When one part of America hurts, we all hurt.
And at the other events that I went to. The truth is, I haven't seen this much empty space at a Trump event since his inauguration. Campaign rally, secret number 7. Prior to the president taking the stage, a parade of local politicians and sycophants are trotted out to sing Trump's praises.
I tell you, it is great to have the President of the United States right here in Mississippi.
But it's pretty hot in this room tonight. Thanks to all the amazing things you've done for our country.
Campaign rally, secret number 8. A regular part of a Trump rally is the articulation of the hate and disdain that he has for his so-called enemies. The Democrats, the Clintons, the fake media, the FBI, the Mueller investigation, and whichever idiot invented the metric system. We are still looking into that last one. And it's not just that these groups have a difference of political opinion with the president. He refers to them as scary, dangerous, unhinged, evil, and radical. And that's just the League of Women Voters. In Trump's view, there is only one way to prevent this onslaught from toppling the government and our culture. That is to keep Donald Trump president.
Democrats want to turn America into one big fat sanctuary city for criminal aliens. But the Democrats have become too extreme, and they've become, frankly, too dangerous to govern. They've gone wacko. You don't hand matches to an arsonist, and you don't give power to an angry left-wing mob, and that's what the Democrats have become.
All right, campaign rally, secret number 9. After doing 63 of these things, Trump's rallies, which started off as something unique, have become pretty cliche, even rote. He attacks the media, Bob Mueller. He says something racist, and the crowd goes nuts. The truth is that the real action, the stuff that's interesting and newsworthy, always happens outside, either before or after the event.
USA! 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 USA!
your power. Vote to take your mask off.
There's no Nazis in this group. We love God and we love our country and we love our president.
USA! 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 USA!
He's a profound human. We have never seen a man do what he has done. This guy is from heaven. This guy is God's gift to earth.
Now, campaign rally secret number 10. It's a story that happened back on October 22nd, 2018, at one of Trump's last rallies before the midterms. You know, the midterms, right? Where Democratic voters flipped the House and voted in record numbers. Anyway, the story that I'm going to tell you is one that I was actually asked not to tell, and I haven't, but I'm going to now. It's a story about President Trump and one of his rallies, his personal Port-O-Potty, me standing next to it in the middle of the night with no one around, giggling and making a bunch of dumb faces and sneaking a whole bunch of selfies. Followed several days later by a knock at my gate. After I asked, "Who is it?" what I heard back was, "It's the United States Secret Service. Are you Jon Hotchkiss?" By the way, it is an unbelievable story and you do not want to miss it. Subscribe to the channel right now. Hit the bell so that you'll be notified as soon as I post that video next week. That is it for this episode of Be Less Stupid. Please, I beg you to share it on social media. For Be Less Stupid, I'm the host, Jon Hotchkiss. I'll see you next time.